there's a movement. And a movement has started, and Brother Nigel was used as the man to the front in this case to say, see this word Negro? You hide in there for a long time, but no more.
That was former Minister Simona Brooms during the International Decade for People of African Descent Assembly, Guyana's recent public meeting themed Banish the N-word, there can only be no respect without self-respect. Meanwhile, Attorney-at-Law Nigel Hughes emphasized that while there was a change in terminology, the incident required a swift and responsible response from the government, especially Attorney General Anil Nandlal. Hughes pointed directly to Kadaki Amsterdam's arrest and failure of the Commissioner of Police to acknowledge that the force used the term Negro despite its offensiveness.
Understand what he was saying to you as the Attorney General, that you should have kept your mouth shut, don't worry with this jump-up lawyer, and that this term must continue. Because he didn't get up and say, Mr. President, issue that cabinet note that they issue.
In underscoring the necessity for legal actions against derogatory to any racial group, Hughes emphasized that other countries facing major racial challenges have enacted laws to prevent derogatory actions against racial groups. He suggested that mere cabinet notes are insufficient in this case.
We don't want a cabinet note. A cabinet note does not have the force of law.
Meanwhile, Chairperson for Idpada-G, Vincent Alexander, reiterated the importance of fostering respect and inclusivity.
And when we talk about institutions, we're talking about changes in organizations, how they exist, what they do, and how they do it, and changes in practices.
Acknowledging the offensiveness of terms like Negro and East Indian, the Cabinet in June 6, 2024, decided to replace these terms with more respectful descriptors, such as Guyanese of African descent, Guyanese of Indian descent, Guyanese Amerindian, Guyanese of mixed ancestry, Guyanese of Portuguese descent, and Guyanese of Chinese descent. Relevant entities have been instructed to implement this decision and update their operational manuals and rules accordingly. I am Kerese Gonsalves reporting for the HGP 90 News.